Oh my God, I'm live. I'm always so nervous. Let's do a countdown. Hey guys, it's Destiny. I'm live. I don't know if you guys heard me before I did that countdown, but I was just saying how nervous I am. Oh, let me put my phone on silent because it's been a couple days because I have been sick. If you guys have been following my post, hey Itsy Bitsy, thanks for coming through. So in this live we're gonna basically recap me seeing Nicki again at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And yeah, let's see who's in here right now. Shout out to Itsy Bitsy. I don't know if I said that already. Hey Joyanne. Thanks for coming through, Davian. Barbie Dangerous, shout out to you. Hey Mally, always good to see you. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday thus far. So I do have an agenda. So I will cover some other topics and stuff like that regarding Nicki. So it's not just gonna be all about me, I promise. We're gonna talk about fashion, we're gonna talk about anything that has been in the headlines for the past couple days or whatever. And yeah, I would just want to kind of make this a cool barbology session because for once, this conversation is going to include not for once because anyway, but yeah, this conversation is going to include barbology topics, but also in-person experiences, seeing Nicki in person that a lot of us have probably can relate to at this point. Hopefully you have been to the tour at this point, but of course Nicki still has to cover more territory, so it all makes sense if you haven't been there. But yeah, shout out to shout out to everybody, spread love. But before we get there, let's see what's going on the channel. Here we are in the live section. So as you can see, we're here 3 videos in. I have another This Week in Female Rap plan because it's a lot going on in female rap right now that we do need to discuss. So I do have this scheduled for Monday 4/8, which is tomorrow. So hopefully we can make it in, or whatever. And I've been, since I've been not talking, I've been doing some reading and just watching of interviews. And I think that there's, instead of instead of me just going through topics on oh, this is what happened in female rap this week, I might want to rearrange that sort of agenda, because yeah, it's just some things that I discovered. So anyway, where shall we start? Let me go back to my agenda for this live, of course. So let's pull up some actually, let's start here where Jermaine Dupri, that's his name, right? Oh, hold on. Let me switch. He had commented, I'm sure you guys saw this already, but he had commented on how great the tour, not how great the tour was, but it was sorry, 1 second. Is it Child? Lost my link. Okay, here it is. Yeah, so this is what Jermaine Dupri called, because he had worked on this song Made for Me by Money Long, and so a really, really popular song right now. So I think Jermaine Dupri was, I don't know, would you guys say that he was surprised that people at a Nicki Minaj concert would know this song? I guess he was. This is an R&B ballad at a Nicki Minaj concert. I guess he might have not predicted a response from them, but if you've been to the concert at this point, that before Nicki comes on stage and Booth does his set is not just Nicki music, it's not just hip-hop, it's a little bit of everything. You're getting classic R&B stuff, some Keisha Cole, and then you're getting modern day R&B stuff, which is this. So not I don't even know what I would say, but okay, thank you to Jermaine Dupri for giving Nicki a shout out or something. I don't know. It wasn't even really Nicki though. It was really the crowd. But like, I mean, I appreciate Nicki getting acknowledged by any and all legends, and Jermaine Dupri is just that, in the industry. So shout out to him. But let me see. I will also show you guys some footage from what I took the other night. Let's see. Let's start. Let's just see what I have up here. Oh my god. Have you guys been to a show yet where there's white people there? I think everybody has, especially West Coasters. But yeah, like this was Nicki bringing out Bobby Shmurda in Brooklyn, I think. And so he was performing or whatever. But I've always been near white people and I just observed like how they are. Like some of them, they really don't be knowing nothing. Like they have no idea what's going on. They're just there because they probably like some viral stuff or starships or whatever, but it's been very interesting to observe them. So you can see like this guy's head in my view. Like I think he was their parents or whatever. I didn't make the connection, but like I was like, I see you. But yeah, so okay, where should I start? So this was my second time seeing the Pink Friday 2 Gag City World Tour. Excuse me. And I had floor seats this time, so I really didn't have nothing to worry about. Of course, the best place that I want to sit these days is on the floor, so I had floor seats for this one. And I had the Gag City Lounge for this show, guys. And I just wrote that down, because I didn't want to miss that. I didn't want to miss talking about that experience because just like, oh wait, what do I talk about? Just a show. So yeah, I had the Gag City experience. If you did, I would love to know what your experience is. I've been asking since the tour started. I was like, what is the menu? What is the menu? Literally. So of course, Joyanne knows exactly what I'm about to say. And honestly, it wasn't really all that. No shade. Like I had the only options was like this is how crazy I am. The day of the show, I'm getting ready. And I was actually live on Station Head. And I was doing my makeup, but you guys didn't even know. But before I even came live, I texted when you have VIP or whatever, they say text this number for day of issues only. So I texted that number and I was like, hey, I'm Destiny. What's on the menu for the Gag City Lounge? Just to see, do I need to eat beforehand? And it was giving cheese quesadillas and cruditas. I don't even know how to say that or what that is, honestly. So I'm like, cheese quesadilla. Ew. I mean, not ew, but okay, whatever. So anyway, I had something to eat beforehand or whatever. I ended up eating cheese quesadillas and some broccoli, and that was it with some ranch dressing. I was like, let me eat some broccoli. I got there an hour into it, so I didn't get as much time in the lounge that I would have wanted to, but it was still okay. It was still enough time for me to get two drinks that they could have put more alcohol. They could have added more alcohol to and less ice, child. Oh my god, I hate when people put too much ice in my drink. But they be doing that so that they don't have to give you too much liquid or whatever. But it's cool. I like the seating in there. It was tables as if you were going to have dinner. So I'm gonna look for, I think I put, oh here, so um this was the nails center of the Gag City Lounge. So the nails was there. Well, were the nails there? And I didn't even get as much videos. I really wanted to get good videos so that I could come here and like show you guys. But I was really just on the iPad, like looking at, wow, like could I make a purchase right here or whatever? So you can see that they had the signs, they had where you could sit down or whatever. So did they, is that mailboxes or whatever? They didn't really have products out, which is fine. My bad, I had to cough. But yeah, it was cool. I think I have another video of being in the lounge. Okay, that's so you can hear in the background during this time they did that video that you guys see on Nicki's story every night where they're like in the lounge or whatever. I think you guys get what I'm talking about. So they was doing that and I was just so late that couldn't even like really participate in that. I wanted to just make sure that I got footage of these things and stuff. But child security was so annoying at this venue, on the floor or whatever. Um, and they ended up kicking us out. No, they're not kicking us out. We had to go back to our seats because, of course, I was trying to get to the barricade. And once again, I was so happy that I had floor seats. So I just went straight to the barricade and stood there or whatever. And it's funny because the people who got security on us or whatever, they was fine. Like they were literally next to me at the barricade. They had seats that were on the side. And so if you've been on the floor, you kind of know that there's rows of seats. And then, sorry, I'm getting a video file real quick. And then there's rows of seats, and then you have a space to the barricade. In this venue, there was really no space from the last chair of a row to the barricade. So everybody was kind of like, it was we were standing at the barricade as if we had the seats right there, which I didn't. So but I was a couple rows behind, but I was inside of the aisle. But of course, I wanted to be by the barricade. So before I think Nicki comes out, everything was fine. Before Nicki comes out, they're like getting security, and now they're like, "Oh, you guys really got to go back to your seat." So now I'm back in my row or whatever, and I was there for like the whole show or whatever because right after that, Nicki got on stage, and so it was fine. As you can see, like this was my view, so I was still able to see like what I wanted to for the most part. And yeah, they didn't have nails in there though. I Rolling Loud, they gave them away. No, I don't remember seeing any nails. Hey Mary. I wasn't trying to be in the video. Too many fruit. Yo, Joyanne, please. Joyanne is going to take me out. But yeah, okay, so being on the floor. So now both of my views for both shows have been on the floor to the left. I want to be on the floor to the right because if you guys notice, when Nicki performs Red Ruby, it's really actually hard to see her face if you're not standing on the right or in the center because she's standing backwards when she comes out on the I don't know what's it called, on the prop or whatever. And I like what Red Ruby is a highlight for me in the show, so I really need that. I really need to see her face. I really need to see his face. But that was a random thought right there. Um to me, what was important about this show was once again, I kind of recorded the same songs that I did the last time or whatever. So I'm out. If I do go back, I won't do that again because it's like I already have that footage or whatever, unless I can get it at another angle, unless I'm on the other side of the floor or whatever. Um, one second. My bad. But yeah. Okay, let me so once again, what was important for me for this show was like movement and lyrics. I think those are the most like important things for me looking at Nicki perform, and she's done so great on that with this tour because it as I've been saying before I went to see the show is very planned out, very choreographed. Every movement, every second is planned. There's really nothing that's super freestyle. There are freestyle moments, but it's still a freestyle, right? Like you know what you're supposed to be doing. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate like Nicki has improved so much from the first show to where she is at now on the tour because once again, the thing that's most important for me is see her rap her lyrics because Nicki is a rapper. That's why I came here. I want to see you rap. I don't want this to be a karaoke show where we're all participating. Like, you know, put the mic to the crowd where it's necessary, but make sure that we can hear you rapping because that's what you do. We don't come here to see no high level choreographed movement. We come here to see you rap. And that's exactly what I wanted to see Nicki do. And that was exactly what Nicki did. So I'm very happy with what Nicki is doing on stage right now with the lyrics. And because the vocal performance is very important to me. And as I said in the other show, like Nicki can definitely sing live. And I don't know if like this is something that is just like what's it called? Setting in for her. But Nicki, if you're paying attention, Nicki is singing a lot at this point. Or I feel like she's singing more than she was in the beginning of the tour. Do y'all think so? Do you notice it at all? Because I wasn't noticing it at first. And I don't know if I wasn't noticing it because she wasn't singing and she was lip syncing, or now I'm noticing it because I can do a little better with telling what vocal is her backtrack versus what vocal is her live vocal. Does that make sense at all? I might be thinking too. But yeah. I also like had been watching the show so many times before I saw the show in person. And so I had concerns that I wasn't really gonna be as gagged, surprised, or entertained because um I know everything that's gonna happen and when it's gonna happen, you know? Stop, Joyen. I know when everything is gonna happen and stuff like that. So I didn't know. I'm like, am I gonna be really surprised? Because I already know how the whole show goes, right? But that really doesn't matter in the moment. Like, I still get so excited when Hard White comes on versus when Press Play comes in because Press Play is really just amazing live. The instrumentation is really, 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 really great. I rather listen to that than listen to like the studio version. Um, but yeah. So now for this show, I also did not plan on getting merch this time. I did because I already spent way too much money on merch. But by this show, the varsity jackets went on sale. So let me show you guys this. Yeah, here they are. The varsity jackets that Nicki was wearing, her publicist was wearing it first. And I saw the tweet that it was on sale while I was there. Girl, I ran to the merch section so fast because I was like, I have to get that. Mind you, when I got there, they're selling out fast. A lot of the sizes were gone, and then I'm like, yeah, just give me the shirt, like because I'm lit or whatever, trying to get to my seat before anything really starts because I had just came from the lounge. Plus, these merch lines be so long. Like, yo, Nicki and her team is making so much money on merch. It's crazy how long the merch is. I mean, I don't know if artists do all of this for other people, but if I went to like any other show to see any other artist, I would not be buying merch. I don't know. I don't, once again, I don't buy anybody else's merch but Nicki Minaj's. And I just never really bought merch at a show before. But it's like number one, YOLO, and number two, it's like I actually need to have this. And then let me just buy it here so that I don't have to pay for shipping or whatever. But anyway, so the point is that I went to the merch line. Oh, the merch lines be going fast. No, sorry, they do be going fast. They be long, but they go fast. Okay. So, I would say if you're planning on buying merch, like give yourself about 10 extra minutes than what you would need. So if you're like, oh, I want to be in my seat by the time when booth starts, go to the merch section like 15 minutes before he starts so you can make sure that you are out of there. Okay. So I'm like, yeah. I got a drink in my hand, all of that stuff. Like, I'm like, yeah, just give me the jacket or whatever. She rolling up the jacket, I'm getting my card out or whatever. Then she was like, this is $250, right? I said, I didn't even say nothing. My facial expression was probably funny because she started laughing. And I was like, whatever. Like, Nicki is the only person that could get this amount of money out of me for one item. Nicki, like, please. Yes, she is singing more. Okay. Her breath control is better too. It definitely is. Right, they're lucky I'm even there and I bought a ticket. But yeah, so I did not expect to spend no money on merch this show because I already spent money on merch the last show. And I really hope that I'm not spending any more money on merch because my God. So anyway, I bought the jacket. Then what else did I buy? Oh, then they had the sold out Minaj shirt. Wait, because I had already went to one merch stand that was quiet. It had no line. Then I was on my way to my seat, and then that's when I saw, oh, they said these jackets girl, I ran until I found a merch section that had the jacket because not all of them had the jacket. Because if I seen the jacket at the merch stand that I was at before, I would have just bought it there. Got you. This is why recaps are important because I'm remembering stuff like out of order. Anyway, so yeah, two more merch items, so I'm good with that. Some highlights from the show. It's always seeing Nicki perform like what like the first act. The first act is my favorite act of the whole show, always, all the time, because it's really where all of the hype songs are. And let's see. Oh, Here I Am is definitely a highlight of the show. This trip to Gag City was a little bit more emotional for me, but it wasn't honestly, it wasn't even really because of Nicki. I was just taking edibles or whatever. But still, I think, by the time the show got started, it was like, damn, like, like wow. But because I feel like Nicki is really like, when I look at Nicki on stage, and since the show, like, I think it's one of the top shows. It's being ranked as one of the top shows in the fan base when Nicki performed in Brooklyn. And it was, of course, even better than her doing Madison Square Garden. I think that excuse me, I have to cough. Actually, let me take a cough drop. But like, what was I gonna say? Oh, so I think, like, for the Madison Square Garden show, right? Um, I think that, yeah, it's Nicki's hometown. It is in New York, but it's also like a high pressure show. So whereas my first review on the show from Madison Square Garden, I talked a lot about like how great she looked, how her fashion was amazing, right? So of course, in New York, you're gonna get the best fashion, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you might get the best show, because the artists, whether they are from New York or not, they're probably really nervous, and I think that that's probably what holds Nicki back a lot of the time, is that she be nervous, but the thing is that we don't know that she's nervous until I don't know that she's nervous until she says it. But so what I'm saying is that, like, we all went away thinking MSG was great, but Brooklyn was even better than that. And I don't know if it's because she did New York already and she was just a little bit more comfortable or whatever. But I'm sorry. The point is that, like, Here I Am it's another one of my favorite songs. It's another highlight in the show. Excuse me. Nicki takes the time to perform the whole song of Falling for You. Like, I was recording the whole time. She performs the whole thing to Here I Am as well. And especially for these songs, for these parts, not Falling for You. If she wasn't remembering her lyrics for Falling for You, I would have had to drag, because she talks about how this is her favorite song that she's ever created in her entire catalog of all time. So, girl, yeah, you better remember every word. And she does. So I have absolutely nothing to say on that. But for Here I Am, I appreciate her, like, really rapping every word and stuff like that, because it's an older song, and plus, like, these songs are so beautiful. And I think that, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe sonically, Falling for You is a evolution of Here I Am. Like, that's her daughter or whatever. They derive from each other. I don't know if you guys would agree with that. Your two shows, and congrats. How was Cowgirl performance for you this time? You sound like you were pleased and proud. Cowgirl was fine. Cowgirl just be kind of like when I be taking a break, child. But speaking of Cowgirl, what comes right after Cowgirl? R&B. Y'all, Nicki performed R&B. Do I have a video? I don't know if I have it on this. Y'all, Nicki performed R&B. Let me see if I have it on my phone. I like immediately started screaming. And I had to get my phone so fast. Why? Because what comes before R&B? Cowgirl. So, me during Cowgirl, I'm not recording, my phone is down, I'm waiting for the song to be over. But and so I'm really not all in paying attention like that. So I think you get what I'm saying. I'm looking real quick to see if I have an R&B performance. Oh, this is Cowgirl. Yes, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna send it to myself real quick so I can put it on the computer. So yeah, I was really, 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 really happy for Nicki performing R&B, because that is like literally top 3 on the album. And it's been getting dust. It's been getting left off, especially when she has guests and stuff. So I feel like, regardless of if we have a guest or not, like, child, we need this song. And of course I had to get Tate because Tate was there performing. Right. But once again, so Nicki is in the back of me because I'm in the front, right? So I see her whole back when she's performing R&B. What? She did it. Yeah. So I'm so glad. This is all I could have really asked for. Especially seeing it live. I really needed to see that live. I'm really, 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 really so happy. I probably did shed some tears for that. But yeah, had to. Shout out to Tate. After R&B is high school. So glad I got to see that. I definitely need to. If I go again, I need to get R&B, but from the other side of the stage, so I can see like her the front of her. Anyway, moving on. Red Ruby is another highlight for me in the show. I love seeing Nicki perform Red Ruby, the Sleaze child. I saw you. I mean, or I showed you guys that video previously. But yeah, another one of my favorites for her to perform. And that was when I actually watched that back like 45 minutes ago. And I was like, yeah, she's really rapping. Like, she's really in this. Like, hold on, let me cough. Like, I was just watching the show back. And when I was watching her perform Red Ruby, she really looked like she was really into it, like living in the moment. And Nicki talks so much about that, like to us, telling us to live in the moment. And it's like, I really appreciate everything that she's doing these days, because it's like she's having so many moments back to back to back. And like, this woman is not sleeping. And it's just like, to give the consistent energy. Like, I went to 2 shows this far, and I was sick after the first one, sick by the second one, had to sit down for 2 days. So it's like, what is like, she's really doing all of that. Like, doing all of that work, all of the movement, all of the rapping. I really I definitely appreciate it. Seeing that show in person is definitely, I would at least go to 2 shows, because yeah. But overall, it's great to see Nicki in her bag. And she really gets into the performance. First section, honestly, all the sections, but by the 5th section, I'm not gonna say I'd be tuning out, but like, Nicki should add another section. When I say 5th section, I'm talking about whatever the last one is. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm really glad that she's taking this seriously, because it's definitely, seeing her in her own concert is definitely a upgrade than from seeing her at a festival or at a radio show, because she definitely gives more. Um, so from her first show to now, she's definitely improved on the lyrics and all of that. And I appreciate the movement and stuff, because I really wanted to see her rap. So I'm really, really happy with her performance. And it just makes, I have a lot of things to say, but it does, make me feel a little bit reignited as to like, you my love for Nicki and how I feel in this fan base and stuff like that. And we'll talk about that, another time. But yeah, I definitely need a video of her performing Hard White and how it goes into this press play. I don't think I have my own video of that, but whatever, it's fine. Even last night, I went back and watched Nicki's interview with Joe Budden. So yeah, it's been a time. It's definitely been a time. But let's go. I want to show you guys some fashion. Here we are on Onika's wardrobe. Okay, so this was from like April 1st. So this was the day after the last time we spoke. So Nicki was seen here with some reality star named Teresa wearing is Landvin's Futures, is that his brand, or does he have a collab with that brand? But Future as in Nicki Hendrix, Nicki is wearing Future's clothes right now. And so curb laces $9.90, logo jogging pants $9.90, and a Gucci screener sneakers for $1,090. Nice. Okay. And feel free to put any questions in the chat or whatever. Share this episode. So this is what she wears. Is this what she wears during one of the Barbie World Barbie segments? It's a Gucci pink Gigi cotton jacquard cardigan, 1,300 euros. This is what she wore after her DC show. She also wore her Chanel cotton tweed coat for $11,950. Sheesh. Nike Go Firm support high-waisted leggings. Her Lokai wears sneakers. Is it low-key or low-key? I seen a tweet about that earlier, but I don't know. So her sneakers, and she carried a LV Virgil Abloh something trunk. Okay, that's nice. I think she had this trunk when she went to Trinidad in 2023. But I like that. I definitely like that. Okay. What else do I have? Okay, so this was last weekend when she went to the game at Madison Square Garden, just right after she performed there. It's Chanel Rim Tee, but we don't know how much it costs. Now, I think debuted new shoes last week as well. Dolce & Gabbana sequin embellished sandals. Let me see this. Which one do you guys like better? I think we seen this new pink outfit first with the black curly hair, and then we saw it again. This was at Madison Square Garden. When I was there, she brought it out for the last act with the pink wig. And it's funny because when I seen it first with the black curly wig, I was like, I think it would be too much if she wore a pink with it. And then she did. And then I was like, it's not too much. Which one do you guys like better? Pink wig, curly wig? Let me know. I think I like the pink one better. Okay, here is her wearing a custom Versace cutout wrap gown with a high slit. She also wore Versace embellished slingback pumps for $950. Do you guys think that she pays for the dresses? Because they said it was custom. Oh, okay. I definitely want to show you guys some reviews on the tour, child. So here's what Joe Budden had to say. Well, is it this? Oh no, I think I just refreshed my thing. Here it is. Okay. Pink. The curly one. You think she looks the best with black hair? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would disagree. Nice. Okay, cool. So let's go over here real quick. Look at this.
It's different.
Now, yeah. So the videos came out of Joe Budden and his co-host Imani from the podcast being in the audience. They wasn't on my side. I think they was on the other side because I didn't see them. Because if I did, I probably would have said something.
End of my story.
End of the day, I had a good time.
Yo,
nice.
I bet you did.
Nicki, no.
And Nicki Minaj looks fucking phenomenal. Wait a second now.
I just want to say this. I really came to say this. I'm not the person who knows her catalog like that. I don't listen to her on a regular basis. But being there, seeing the crowd, seeing her, I have a new appreciation for what she done. What she did. Like, it's different. Like you said, there's certain people that pander to a certain thing. Everyone in that crowd was there because they really fuck with her, and she delivers what she needs to deliver to them. Like, I have a whole new appreciation for her as an artist. Like, it's one thing to hear the music and hear the album, but then when you see someone get on stage,
you see it.
and that
well, this is the thing. Not only is it when you see someone get on stage, he said that he is not really familiar with Nicki's catalog. You know what that signifies to me? It signifies it's not just because like I'm a fan, like oh, like I'm not saying like it's the like worst thing in the world, but like it signifies to me, y'all can let me know if y'all agree, but it signifies to me that you are one of those people who probably don't like Nicki from the things that you see on the internet, because you're saying that you don't have experience with her catalog. People who don't have experience with Nicki's catalog are usually the people who don't like her, don't understand her, don't take the time out to understand her. Not saying this is a super bad thing, but that's who this review was coming from. That's what you guys should think about when you are taking this in.
Connection that they have with their audience,
dog,
amazing.
before she
See someone get on stage,
you see it. Yeah.
and that connection that they have with their audience, amazing.
Before she even get on stage, Booth is up there playing all the Nicki records that she's not gonna perform. So he do his DJ shit. Oh, y'all don't know the words to this. Y'all don't know the words to this one.
They go crazy.
Nigga, word for word. 20,000 people in pink wigs now start. So he do his DJ shit. Oh, y'all don't know the words to this. Y'all don't know the words to this one.
They go crazy.
Nigga, the word for word. 20,000 people in pink wigs now start rapping every fucking.
Shout out to Nicki, man.
Nah, Nicki
Nicki
deserves
4 or 5
every single shows back to back in New York is hard to do.
No, Nicki looks great. I don't know what if it's.
Why is Joe Budden so focused on how Nicki looks? We are talking about a concert here. I expect, okay, you can make one comment about how Nicki looks, but goddamn, child.
Ozempic or just a good diet?
He says he doesn't know if it's Ozempic. A lot of people didn't like that.
Nicki looks, I never looked at her like that, with respect, of course. Yeah.
Now he's saying with respect, what is it? Hands up with respect. But you know what? I told you guys 2 minutes ago that I literally last night went back and watched Nicki's interview with Joe again from December. And in December, he said she told her she looked good. I'm like, I see what Joe was doing. Look, okay. If y'all don't know, it's a little bit of rumblings that Joe is no longer with the recent girl that he is dating. And even though he says with respect, I feel like he tried to slide on Nicki. I feel like he tried to let her know that if any, you know, I don't know. You gonna have to, y'all will have to watch the interview back again to see it. But it's like, because I didn't really see it until last night. But I was like, okay, Joe.
Yeah, Nicki look.
Now she got a glow.
Great.
She
like Joe might just be that confident enough to try to shoot his shot, knowing that it would never work. But like, you see the type of women he be dating.
She got a glow up there.
Skinny tits, tittying,
like
ass in, tiny up there. MCing, MCing, breath control. Hear my words. Choreography up there. The pictures on that fucking screen was expensive. That whole Gag City shit. Shout out to the bars, yo. Y'all show nothing but love to niggas over there. Y'all was fucking respectful outside of the pictures. Y'all was chatting up. Y'all love her, man. It's good to see fans just love who they love and it just be that genuine, authentic. She was MCing up here. She was MCing. She did that. She did that.
So I feel like one of the, like what I said, like we would come back and talk about this tour and stuff like that and talk about everything that's going on in this era in terms of an evaluation. I said that I need to talk to somebody who has been to Nicki's tours before. So Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, and the Pink Print, right? Especially for the US specifically. Like I really wanted to talk to somebody who had been to Nicki's tours before in order, because I don't have a baseline to go off of, right? Before March 30th, 2024, I had never seen Nicki headline her own concert tour. I've only seen her at a festival and a radio show. And we all know that you're going to get a different experience, right? Not just from her, but from any artist that does festival shows, from concert shows. And so what I'm saying is that the standard is different when you are performing at your own headlining show, right? It's your show. You are the main act. The standard is different, but I didn't have a standard to compare her to. And so like, oh, like how was she on this tour versus how was she on Pink Friday or the Pink Print? Because I didn't go see her, right? So I didn't have a baseline, which is why I wanted to talk to somebody who had been to a tour before. But I guess what I'm saying is that both for people who have been to a Nicki tour before and for people who have not. And I'm glad for the have-nots, for us who are seeing Nicki for the first time live these days. I'm glad that Nicki is knocking our expectations out of the park when it comes to this tour. And if you really listen to me, that's a big statement, right? Like, that's a big statement, especially, you know, in the last couple of months, from which the stuff that's been happening in the last couple of months is a really big statement. Coming from me, I'm a very, very harsh critic, especially when it comes to performance. And you know, you got to fix the standard of performance when it comes to Nicki Minaj, because she's not giving you what all these other girls are going to give you in terms of choreography. But she still has synchronized movement, right? She still has some choreography, excuse me, and synchronized movement to, you know, whatever. And I really appreciate that. Like, I don't need to see you in the whole full line choreography, but like the little times where you do show synchronized movement and it does register in your brain. I can see it registering in your brain that, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this in this moment, right? Like, and it comes effortlessly. That's how I know that an artist is taking this seriously. And Nicki seems to be taking this tour very serious, not just in a way that's promotion-y, but you can see it in her performance on stage. And for people who saw Nicki at the beginning of this tour, I don't know what your experience had been in terms of that, right? In terms of feeling like, is her heart really here in this moment on this stage, or is she just working? And when I see Nicki perform these days, it feels like her heart is really there. Like, this is where she is in the moment, and recognizing that, like, not only do I want to be here, but when you are on stage as an artist, this is your moment to bring your vision to life, to let everybody see what you see in your head. And I'm glad that Nicki is treating it like that. Like, let's look at it that way versus looking at it as like, oh, I gotta work tonight, you know, and I have to say these lines over and over and over. Like, I want to really feel that. You know, I want to feel the way that Nicki felt when she wrote these words for the first time. All right, I'm doing too much. But once again, that is my review. And somebody asked me you know, how, if it's a great show. I said 10 out of 10. And sorry for those of you guys who's walking in here, I'm still sick. But I would not give it a 10 out of 10 if I didn't feel like Nicki didn't go above and beyond. I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 because she did, you know, like, I'm not, because she just did what she had to do. No, I'm giving her a 10 out of 10 because she went above and beyond. I think that her crowd engagement at the Brooklyn show, the second show that I was at, was great. And it was better than the, you know, Madison Square Garden one or whatever. I think Nicki used to do a lot of crowd engagement in the beginning of the tour, and then it seems like nowadays the goal is to keep the show as short as possible. When, remember, we started out with this show being about 2.5 hours. And like, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and look this up on YouTube. I've been watching the show back over and over again on YouTube. And I saw early shows from the West Coast, and then I just watched the Baltimore show. And the Baltimore show, it goes for like an hour and 40 minutes, whereas the earlier shows on the West Coast will probably take you to 2.5 hours. And that's the one advantage that I feel like the West Coast has on the East Coast, is that you saw the tour in the beginning where, you know, they wanted to keep, they were ambitious and wanting to do more than needed to be done. No, I don't, that's not even what I want to say. They just want to do more. You know, when you start off with more, then you're like, okay, we could cut this, we could cut that, we could cut that. That's what, like, I feel like the West Coast has over the East Coast. Like, y'all just literally got more time with Nicki. You got more time with her on stage, and you got more songs. And I wish that I had that. You know, like, I wish I had more time with her. And I wish that she performed more songs. Now, she's actually still doing the same amount of songs, I believe. 41. It's 41 songs. I feel like she is doing the same amount of songs, but I don't know what's tighter. Yeah, but we'll talk about that moving forward, because I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out if they are taking less time for her to change or whatever. Which, yeah, that's a yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I'll do that myself. his ex was married to Safari. Nah, Joe Budden's ex was not Erica Mena. That's who was married to Safari. But anyway, let's finish up on Joe's comments. Shout out to everybody in here right now. I really appreciate you guys. And thank you, Brandy, for saying the like button.
Bobby Shmurda came out. Capella Gray came out. Capella Gray. One day we're gonna talk about how you was talking when you came up here.
Yeah.
Okay, he trying to take his shot at Capella Gray right now. That's fine. But yeah, I should say something on the what's it called? Guess Capella Gray and Bobby Shmurda. And did 50 come out that same night or whatever? Why do I feel like I saw 52 times? So he definitely came out at Madison Square Garden, and I think that Capella came out first, then Bobby Shmurda, and then 50. So we got 3 guests for the Brooklyn show. And how many did she do for MSG? Just 1? 50 and Monaco? Wow. And she kept R&B in the show for Brooklyn? That doesn't make any sense because we usually say she'll skip a song if she has a guest, but she had 2 guests, but she didn't skip R&B. Interesting. Yeah, Brooklyn was really just a great show, was a full show. Let me stick on the guests right now. The guests, I'm happy to be able to say this, but the guests were on point for the city. You know, like they were on point for the city for New York, and there was something that I had some concerns about. Not before the tour started. I showed you guys this already, but that's Bobby Shmurda performing from my view. And yeah, they were very relevant for the city. All those songs that they performed had a great impact on New York, you know, on hip hop and culture and stuff like that. And the crowd knew them, and that's exactly what I wanted from a guest that Nicki would bring out. Even though Nicki does not have any songs with Bobby Shmurda or Capella Gray, they are still young and they're still like really relevant people. Well, not really relevant, but like they're still, you know, whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. And then the 50s, so there's that. So yeah, she did great. Yeah, this show was great. I have nothing. Nothing. Joe and his NM up host seems to have gotten off her. Who you saying is his op host? Host that's an op. To have gotten off her hate trains, and she's in her prime, and the girls need Nicki. Also saying she doesn't have to carry them. Yeah, I was like, why is your bodyguard up here? Why you need a bodyguard on stage? Like, no, Nicki doesn't even have bodyguards on stage. Like, and he wearing like a bulletproof. Like, I don't know, is that just for show or what? Because nobody had weapons in there. Dead. But yeah, so that's Bobby Shmurda performing, and but you know, on the topic of Joe Budden, real quick, like I'm here for Joe Budden, Clock, and Capella, because what?
Now, Capella Gray. One day we're gonna talk about how you was talking when you came up here.
Yeah,
versus what happened.
There's a conversation that has been
niggas
been sparing you for a minute.
Yeah, you are man. You my man too.
Yeah, niggas
but
have been
how you
nice.
came up here talking. Versus what occurred afterward.
Monica looked great as well.
Oh my God.
And
Monica
we caught the
always
first
looked
2
great.
or 3 records. She sounded really good.
She was only doing 4 records.
Well, yeah, but she looked amazing. She looked great. Sounded good. So
Gone Before You Walk Out My Life. What the other? She did one more we stayed for. We kept trying to get out of there.
I know.
But since she hit another one, it's like, look, that's my song.
Yeah.
Why was he trying to leave though? Why was he trying to leave during Monica's set? He didn't want to. He wanted to beat the traffic or what? Like, why are you rushing to leave Nicki's show?
Should have known better.
Yes.
Oh,
Should have known
the second
better.
song.
Well, I think I will cry in here. What the fuck you talk about, Monica? I love you. Facts. Anyway, that was fun last night. That was fun last
had a
night.
good time.
Good time, good vibes, good vibes.
It felt good being back.
Okay. Thank you, Joe Budden and your team, for your review. We appreciate it. So, speaking of Joe Budden, yesterday, not speaking of him, but whatever. Yesterday, I was thinking, and then Nicki tweeted something. Fuck. Why I don't have it now? Oh, I gotta look at my messages. Hoping it's here. Well, let's go through this real quick. Naomi Osaka was in the building celebrities, influencers. Also, Nana Fofi, Nicki's artist, received a PR package from Pink Friday Nails, and she opened that up. So that was good to see. Oh, and what y'all think about Lil Nas X being in attendance? Why is he here? Why is he here? No. Just no. But shout out to all of these baby barbs as well. 1 second. How does she know these words? She is so cute though. Okay, I can't be playing that. I'm dead. I don't think Joe's trying the host or dude. I don't think Joe's trying the host or dude. He's talking to and Pink. Not Nas Mirage back. Oh my god. Hold on real quick. I need to see what. Oh, let me see if I could just go from here. Celebs love to get lost. Oh, here it is. Yes. So what was I saying? You know what I was thinking about? I'm sorry, y'all. Yesterday, because this Joe Budden thing was circulated, right? I said like, and it's a conversation about like what sort of like celebrities and influencers come to the tour. I started to think about like the radio stations in New York and just like, other people, like other kind of like culture figures in New York in music that's like, you would expect to see at a show, or you would expect not to see, but to be there, to see the artist. So it's like these radio people or whatever, like just, industry people or whatever. Like I saw like, no, that doesn't matter. But yeah, I just kind of expected, and I just started thinking about Ebro because I was like, you interviewed Nicki, y'all seem to be cool or whatever. Why didn't you come to the show, Ebro? Like you could have came to the Jersey show, you could have came to any New York show, and plus, okay, it's been 2 New York shows at this point, so he got one more. And I was like, why haven't Ebro come to the show? Because your commentary on Nicki is fine. We don't have no issues on that, and you keep her in the conversation when it's necessary. So yeah, I just felt like it was a little strange that he didn't come. So it's funny how then I had came on Twitter to see whatever they said here. So I haven't listened to it yet. So let's see what they had to say. But they congratulate Nicki on her sold out Pink Friday 2 Gag City World Tour shows in Madison Square Garden in New York City, Brooklyn, DC, and Newark. Let's hear it.
Of certain things. 50 Cent is not going to let go of certain things. So he joined Nicki Minaj on stage at a show in Madison Square Garden on Saturday night, which
she looked like she's reading. Why are you reading?
I heard was phenomenal. I saw a lot of people talking about how amazing the show was.
Why wasn't you there? Like, I don't understand. If you're like a radio person, like I don't even understand. Like, why would you not be at a Nicki Minaj show if you are in the industry? This is the biggest thing that's going to go on. Everybody's going to be talking about it. You should be talking about it as somebody who was a part of the media. If the media wants to preserve hip hop, artistic integrity in hip hop, if you really want to talk about this shit, this stuff, why are y'all not there?
I think it's a Juanito there.
She was at the Knicks game too.
So super dope.
She sold out. She sold out.
It's not like, I'm sorry, but it's not like me and you got to pay for a ticket. I'm sure if you just reach out, all you industry people could get into the show for free. Joe Budden said last week that Nicki called him up to come and perform at the New Jersey show. Since Joe is from Jersey and he live in Jersey, yo, Joe, come to the show. Let's whatever. And I feel like she, even for the seats that he had, I feel like Nicki gave him his seats, right? Like he gave him a +1 as well. So it's very, very easy to get, tickets from Nicki.
She sold out 4 shows in this area, so
Yep.
that's a congrats.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all
think
know,
saw-
but Nicki Minaj is a big deal. I know we be acting like all these other new rappers are kind of in her.
Well, hold on. Nah, what he's saying is facts though, but it's like, okay,
New rappers are kind of in her strat.
hold on.
We be acting like all. Yeah, so that's a congrats.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all
think
know,
saw-
but Nicki Minaj is a big deal. I know we be acting like all these other new rappers are kind of.
I don't know if y'all know, but Nicki Minaj is a big deal. Why would you say that to your team? The only reason you would say that to your team is because they be hating, right?
In her stratosphere, and they cute, and they got a couple of songs. Nicki been around for a minute, bro.
Because why you gotta remind your team of that? That's like your parents telling you, remember to eat your vegetables, because you be talking about your vegetables. You get what I'm saying? Like, why does a veteran have to remind his staff about why Nicki Minaj is important? Like this, I hope nobody's not even taking this as like no fan or stand right now. But like, this is kind of like Beyonce being in town. Like, I feel like y'all are taking it for granted. Like, I don't know. Y'all taking it for granted that Nicki Minaj is outside right now. I don't know if Nicki just seemed like she's a person who is never going to sit down. Like, I don't even know what it would look like for Nicki to retire. But my point is that y'all act like Nicki is going to be on the road for forever. Y'all see how long it takes her to get an album out and to get back on tour. So why aren't you taking advantage of this moment? Why are we just sitting back like, yeah, what are the stats? Let's report on it. I appreciate that you're reporting on positivity, but at the same time, you should have experienced it in person, because it's literally no excuse. There's no excuse.
Yeah, of course.
Hold on, let me go back a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Why she say yeah, of course, like that? Like, no, this language that they talking with right now is not doing it.
Stratosphere, and they cute, and they got a couple of songs. Nicki been around for a minute, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. What? You only talk like that when something is awkward for you. Like, yeah, we know. Moving on.
Yep.
And I saw Madison Square Garden even gave her a plaque. So super dope. So congrats to Nicki. 50 Cent is not going to let go of certain things. So
yeah, this girl is literally reading from a teleprompter right now. So congrats to Nicki. Like, that was so scripted. Listen, I know people is gonna be like, oh, you guys, y'all mad if they do show love, y'all mad if they don't show love. Nah, we just want you to show genuine love. Like, we just want you to genuinely be excited, whether you like Nicki Minaj or not. We don't care if you like Nicki. You don't have to like Nicki. But one thing that cannot be denied is that history is being broken. History is being created. And once again, if you are passionate about hip hop, and as a woman, if you are passionate about women in hip hop or female rap, this is something to be celebrated. Just like we wake up every day and celebrate Beyonce because she Black. Nicki is Black too. Because I guarantee you that none of these rappers that y'all push will ever see this amount of success, see this amount of money. Y'all will never see it. So you should really, appreciate it while it's here. Because once Nicki and Beyonce sit down, child, it's over for Black women in music. But it's too early to have that conversation because we 15 years early over here. Anyway, Joe don't want to no kitty smoke. He's trying to be a bar without being hated by the Black media, and I'm exposed and why and all the industry for the BS they've been doing behind the scenes. He can drink. Thanks for coming through. All right, so let me see. Okay, let's go real quick. Okay, you know what? Since we were on, there is still a bit more that I do want to cover. But I do want to talk about, since I just mentioned like, we will never see this history being broken before. This is history right here. Nicki Minaj earns the highest grossing concert by a female rapper in history with $2.153 million in revenue at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. It was 100% sold out, 12.9 thousand tickets sold with $153,537 made that night. And I don't know if that's just ticket sales or does it include like merch and like everything you buy there, like food and drinks. Maybe not. Maybe just ticket sales. Yeah, because tickets sold. All right, I'm slow. All right, great. Tickets sold. History: $2 million for one show. 2 million. So here are Nicki's top 3 highest grossing tour shows thus far on the Pink Friday 2 Gag City World Tour. Newark, New Jersey, 2.153 million. Las Vegas, 2024, 1.783 million. London in 2014, she made 1.6 million in London back in 2014. Okay, can London top this? 2024, over 2 million. We need to stay in the 2 million range. 2 million in one night, and Yahoo's want a feature for what? 500K? Here are the highest grossing concerts by a female rapper in history. Nicki Minaj, 2.153 million at the Prudential Center. Doja Cat, 2.022 million at the Capital One Center. Lauryn Hill, 1.887 million at Barclays. Lauryn Hill again, 1.86 at Capital One Arena. Doja Cat, 1.842. So do you understand why I said we have to stay in the 2 million? Make sure that you guys go get your tickets to the tour. If you guys need any links, please let me know. But we have to remain on top. So it says 16 years into her monumental career, Nicki Minaj breaks the record of highest grossing shows by a female rapper in history. Right here that I just showed you. 2.153 million. The highest female rapper to ever get paid from past, present. All of you hoes will never make more money than the queen. All right, I'm done. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh, hey, Daymore. Heard me going off. You forgot that meme when Nicki told them in their face, "I don't find you funny or smart. I'm dead." Sounds like you have a cold. Yes, I am sick. But I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. I'm gonna wrap up this in a bit. So shout out to everybody who's here. Shout out to everybody who's watching on the replay. Shout out to everybody who's coming through. If you were late, you can definitely rewind to hear my experience seeing Nicki at the Barclays Center. But Tate Cobain, her artist, performed with her in Baltimore, which was after the MSG show, because that is his hometown where he is from. And he made this little recap video that we're looking at here that he posted on his Twitter. So I just wanted to show that and highlight him for coming out to perform. He also did R&B he opened his mini set. He was a special guest for Baltimore, and he opened his mini R&B. And then he went into his song Bankrolls and he performed that. So Tate is his own artist in his own right. And that being said, I wanted to say that after the Brooklyn show, I actually met Tate and London Hill, and I'm so mad because I only saw him and London, and they were walking with a group of people, like probably their friends or whatever, and I was getting ready to leave my row, and I was like, "Oh my God, Tate!" Well, no, I didn't say it like that. I was like, "Tate." What did I say? I forgot, but I definitely didn't really sound like a fan. But what I should have asked for, I was like, "Yo, where is Rico?" Because I did not see him, and I feel like he was there, and I feel like I just didn't notice him. And I feel bad about that. I'm like, "Oh my God, how was Tate in London getting recognized, but Rico is not?" Rico just dropped some music as well. But yeah, anyway, it was really good meeting Nicki's artist. I did not expect for that to happen at all. And London is so beautiful in person. She is exactly what you would want a woman who was signed to Nicki Minaj to look like in person. If you didn't see what she was wearing, let me see if I can search it up. Here she is. This is what she was wearing the other night. Amazing. You know how when you see a celebrity and you just their look is so exaggerated, like how you see Nicki, that's exactly the same type of energy that London Hill gives in person. Like it's like and it's for people like that. Like when I see people like London Hill in person before she even get to where she really supposed to be, it's like I don't know who you are, but I gotta stop and talk to you real quick. I have to meet you because by your energy, I can tell that you are gonna be famous, and that is the energy that London gives off in person. Like I feel like I meet a lot of people like that. Like, child, I don't know who you are, but you look like you somebody. So what's your name? So I'm really glad that I got to meet them. They were really, really cool. They're free to be blackballed in the industry. I hope Nicki will go cultivate him. I think he's very talented. Hello, Sonia. Brooklyn was amazing. I can't wait. I want to go back. Okay, I don't know what Tate Cobain looks like. You're funny because you spelt his name wrong. I'm dead. I'll show you. Is he right there? He probably right there. Tate is just all over the place. So yeah, this is London's. This is London's Twitter. So this is what she was wearing the other night. She looks dope, and bad videos. So here's Rico right there. So I could have probably met more people from Nicki's entourage. My dumbass just wasn't paying attention. Like, I was like, let me just like look at the people that I recognize. So it's like I immediately saw Tate, which is if he's in the middle right here. I'm gonna go to his Instagram so y'all can see him clearly. And it felt like it was Tate and his friends with London. Like I didn't feel like I saw anybody else. And like Tate and his friends, like they were nice or whatever. They were cool. I spoke to them as well. But I wish I asked him, like, where was Rico? Because Rico could have been right behind them or whatever. And I could have got to meet him as well. But Rico was right here. This is Nicki's artist as well. And then you got Patty Duke in the background. Yo, Patty Duke probably walked right past me. I'm so mad that I didn't like be like, oh, like, where's Patty? Because I think I see these pictures after. And I'm like, if they were all together, because I saw them all together in the section, which is kind of where Juice does the soundboards are, where Juice does the sound. And I'm like, if they were all in that section together, then they probably all walked out together, which means that they probably all walked past me when I was like, yo, London and Tate, like, let's talk real quick. So yeah, Tate Kobe is crazy. Heavy on It was definitely in the building. Too funny. But yeah, let me show you. Let's go to Instagram real quick. And I'll show you Tate. Okay. So this is his Instagram. This is he just be at the show, child. Okay, so this is another one of Nicki's artists, Lourdes. She was at the shows in the beginning, like in the West Coast, but she hasn't been to a show. I haven't seen her recently. But yeah, Tate is usually at a lot of places with Nicki. Tate has his own music out. Tate has worked with Beyonce on Renaissance Act 1. And he's worked with a lot of artists, a lot of female rappers. He's mainly a producer who is signed, here's his Grammy, with Beyonce for Renaissance. He worked on Virgo's Groove. And Tate has been signed before being signed to Nicki. And, let me not say too much because I think most of you guys know the history. If you don't, let me know. And we'll talk about that another time. But, definitely go follow Tate, check out his music. Because what I told him one thing about Tate is going to make the beat slap. Okay. Neither of these artists, I might not be fans of them like the way that I'm fans of Nicki, but I do appreciate Tate's music. He is very versatile. He can do R&B, hip hop, pop, and you'll hear that if you listen to one of his older projects. What else was I going to say? I wonder when is there going to be an interview with Nicki and Heavy on the Records artist? Child, no time soon. Tate is a great artist. Congrats, Tate and London. Yeah. I told them the congratulations. I asked London when she's dropping, and she just said soon, which is what all artists say. And I told Tate, that R&B is top 3 on the album. That his friends was like, nah, it's number 1 or whatever. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I have to look like a Nicki fan here, I need her to stop doing that to her hair. Wait, what? But yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Lourdes, got you. I agree. But yeah, all right. So yeah, I don't remember what else I said. I don't know if I should like be recording these interactions, but it's like, I don't know. I try not to like do too much, be like a fan or whatever. And I just try to like be chill about it. Um, Last thing I want to talk about is everybody knows that Nicki and her sneaker collection is coming. Okay, here is the promo video, um, and this was announced last Friday. I think April 1st or March 30th, March 29th. Here's one of the sneakers that Nicki is going to be selling. There will be 11 pairs, okay, in different designs. So here is what Nicki had to say about it. Excuse me, 412 equals 11 new pairs of my old sneaker. 11 completely different designs for you to choose from. An absolute dream come true. I can't wait for you guys to see my first collection. Link in bio to sign up now. Thank you to my team for helping me make this dream come to fruition. This isn't a sponsorship. I'm an owner and a partner, and we will be showing you the first complete collection on 412. Okay? So, this coming Friday, April 12th, we will learn about all of the 11 designs of Nicki's first collection with low-key, I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, y'all ready? If you are ready, did you guys sign up? Here is where you can register. I'm going to put this link in the chat real quick so you guys can go sign up for the sneakers to be notified and stuff like that. I might buy one just to keep. I like the sneakers Nicki had on last night. The navy blue and pink multicolored. Yeah, that was cute. Yeah, so I just put the link in the chat. So if you needed to register, definitely do so that you can stay updated. Here is what I saved something from Billboard. Let's see if they'll let me read it. Nicki Minaj is launching her first sneaker collection, an absolute dream come true. Let's see. Nicki has been running the game of rap for well over a decade, but now she'll have some pink sneakers to wear while she does laps around the competition. Minaj announced the launch of her new sneaker brand on Friday, March 29th, which finds her teaming up with Lokai for the collection featuring 11 different designs that she's dubbed a dream come true. The debut capsule collection will be released in full on April 12th. Oh, they said City Girls rapper JT made a request in the comments. Congratulations, Bookie. Can I get a sample pair? The IG post came accompanied by a teaser clip showing off one design. Okay, the side panel is described with the Lokai logo. And they say how Nicki's on tour. So shout out to Billboard for highlighting this. Congratulations. Now, I saw another post. Oh, let's look at this real quick. Oh, so if you guys don't remember, look at this. This was when she first showed us the sneakers. Remember this night in December on this was right after she got done doing her Atlanta show for Jingle Ball. And this was the night where she pressed Kanye about New Body, and then she also had some things to say about Elliot Wilson, who was like, critiquing her decision to go to Kai Cenat stream. Excuse me. All right. So, yeah, I was just saying that to give you guys context as to like when we saw these shoes for the first time. So, this is when that happened last December. So, they are ready. Will you be buying a pair? What designs do you guys like thus far? And yeah, are y'all sneaker fans? I have an ITO Mexico girl at my job, and she's a huge Nicki fan. She even told me that for my birthday, she's going to get me the PF nails, period. I like the sneakers. They're so pretty. Nice. Yeah. So that is happening this week. Good luck. I hope you guys get the designs that you will want. All right. The last thing I wanted to say about the sneakers though was Nicki Minaj's sneaker collaboration announcement has caused their website to surge 3,500% in traffic, Forbes reports. They said she's a brand, right? So I just wanted to show that. They are ready. Well, the barbs are ready, actually, but yeah. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to say, because positivity. So this says employees at Nicki Minaj's tour revealed that leftover food from the VIP lounge is packaged and delivered after shows to local homeless shelters in the area per Nicki's request. So it says, quick story. I was lucky enough to get VIP tickets for this show. And so this is a video of Nicki performing at the Pink Friday 2 World Tour. And they were serving the guests a buffet of high quality various food dishes, and a lot of it. Before we all headed to our seats, I noticed there was a quite bit of food left over. I asked the staff if it was all going to be thrown out because that's so much food going to waste, but they reassured me that it wasn't going to be. They said the extra food from the VIP lounge and other VIP private rooms was all collected to be packaged up and taken to homeless shelters in the area. They said it happens at every show, at every show. So Nicki made it a point to inform the venue to not let any of the food go to waste. This warmed my heart to know and just reaffirmed the type of person Nicki Minaj is for me. An extraordinary performer on the stage and just an all-around beautiful soul in general. Amazing experience. So this is a comment that someone left on a video of Nicki performing. So what do you guys think about that? She's making sure that no food goes to waste from the Gag City headquarters, and giving it to people in need. I am the generous queen, asked Miss Ellen. You getting the low tops? I like high tops. Yeah, so shout out to Nicki Minaj for thinking about things that she don't really need to think about, But yeah, I wanted to show that. Seekers is dropping soon. I think a new exclusive nail for Pink Friday Nails is dropping as well. I don't know when it dropped it, but dropped it is not a word. But yeah, so that is all I had planned for today, guys. I'm so glad that we got on here to talk because it's been a while. Not really though, but it's just a lot going on. Things are happening so fast these days with Nicki, because she's on tour and just in general, Nicki has really set the tone this year when it comes to female rappers. So while it's a lot going on in the world of bArBoLoGiE, it's also a lot going on in female rap. And so, child, it leads me into what else is going on this week, even though I'm not going to say that, but like it feels good right now to say that Nicki Minaj is my favorite artist. I haven't said that in a long time, even though I know it for a fact. Everybody knows it. But I'm really glad about how I feel right now in regards to Nicki and what she's doing. And I will talk about that more in depth on Station Head probably or in another video. But I said that the tour was going to be good, and it actually is. So yeah. Do Nicki have a pair of low-high shoes for men? I don't know, but maybe the blue one might be interesting for you. I think the sneakers are unisex. Oh. Shout out to I'm sorry. Shout out to Kendrick. Happy birthday. Thank you for, just coming through on your birthday. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I just wanted to end off on that note. I wanted to end off on positivity, and I just want to end off on expressing how grateful I am for Nicki, how proud I am of her. And I'm really excited to keep watching her on stage. Jamilo, please. And I'm really excited to see how the rest of this era goes. And I just want to say how important the in-person experience with your favorite artist is. And how I was saying, I don't know if I said this on YouTube, but the point of an era, so many of us are experiencing an era together for the first time, and even outside. And it's for those of us who, I don't know, sort of just kind of came around in the last couple of years, this is important for us because we've all been waiting for this moment. We've been waiting for Nicki to go on tour. We've been waiting for Nicki to release an album, right? For Nicki to drop a documentary, and all of these things are coming, and it's giving, this is your final exam. And will Nicki pass the final exam is what I'm going to continue talking about until this era is over. But for right now, on tour, she is definitely passing. And I'm not just saying that because she's my favorite artist or that I'm starstruck. I think Nicki has immense star power and star quality, that her presence in the room just keeps you engaged. But I do also think that outside of that, that Nicki is working. You know, she's definitely working. And yeah, I'm just really happy and I'm very grateful. So I will be back definitely very, very soon. But I shall rest my voice because yeah, I need to. So here we are on the channel. We are live, and so I have this week in female rap planned as I started off this live with, but I'm gonna have to make some tweaks because I need to go review that. And we have video. Oh, what I did yesterday was I made new playlists on the channel. Okay, so we have our main. Go to the home. We have our main playlist, which is where the bulk of my content is, bArBoLoGiE, which we are on right now. Then we have Fem Rap Politics and then Pop Culture Rants. And then here's the live section if you ever miss anything live. But I made more playlists last night and I'm gonna continue to do this where I'm breaking down like my content in more like bite-sized portions. So you could be following the playlist and they're actually listed as podcasts on the thing. So if you ever try to get to something quick, you can just come to the podcast section and it'll show you just the two playlists or playlists that are actual podcasts, which is everything that we're on right now. But like I made these other playlists like Cardi versus Nicki, Nicki versus Ice, Doja versus Nicki, Lotto versus Ice. If you are ever in need of, oh, I need to go and look at this video, but you don't want to go through the whole Fem Rap Politics playlist that has over 100 videos on it, like scrolling through all of this, what you can easily do is go on the channel to the playlist section and look up, oh, hey, where's everything on Nicki versus Ice? It's right here. Everything that I've ever said about their relationship. So as those kind of videos continue to rack up, you'll see them. You'll see them organized like this: Nicki versus Cardi, Cardi versus Nicki. It's probably the longest one. So there's that. All right, if anybody cares, but yeah. So let's wrap up here. Nicki feeds everyone with love. Where are the Black media videos about Gag City sold out? Yeah. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. So I want to say thank you guys so much for coming and like staying to the end. Please like the video. Please comment and tell me your experiences in Gag City, outside of Gag City. What you've been hoping for, what you're excited about, what you're happy about for this tour, what you're impressed by, if you are, and any other feedback that you want to leave. So I shall be more active in my community section. So look out for anything that I post over there. But once again, I really appreciate you guys listening today, and I appreciate you guys being subscribed to the channel. So we will talk soon. And just make sure that you guys have your notifications on for the next live, okay? I appreciate you doing all that for us. No problem. I appreciate you guys being here. Love you too, Jamilo. See y'all later.